Hello friends, I am Harshal Girupunji from Oracle Primavera team, and today I am here to share with you an overview of Primavera from the project management perspective. Thank you for watching this presentation, and I hope that it will help you to enhance your project management skills using the Primavera knowledge that you gained today after this session. Let us cover the following topics: introduction to Primavera and basics of Primavera. Introduction to Primavera. Most of you might know that Primavera, popularly known as P6, is a project management tool. The first version was launched in 1983 by Primavera Incorporation. Year by year, P6 has added to its functionality and hence it is widely used in the engineering projects. In 2008, Oracle and Primavera joined hands to make it more effective as a tool, and the latest version available is 17.12. On these slides, you can see the different essential phases in project management lifecycle. And P6 accommodate all these phases within the tool itself. Let's go through the objectives of P6. It explains the main task undertaken by a project manager, to explain software project management and to describe its distinctive characteristics. It also used to describe about project planning and the planning process, to show how graphical schedules representations are used by project management. Here, Primavera provides. Primavera can be used anytime, anywhere, which makes it unique as a project management tool. It helps in prioritizing projects and optimizing organizational capacity. It helps in executing complex projects with ease, planning and scheduling. It helps for resource management and cost management. It helps to improve organizational performance. It helps for efficient and effective decision making. These slides provide overall architecture of P6, and P6 can be accessed by two ways. First, desktop client. This will access by via Citrix profile or client installed on the local machine and connected to the database server. Second, browser based. This will access using the web browser. Workflow. It represents the steps to create a fully loaded project in P6. First, create EPS, then OBS, WBS, assign calendar, add activities, provide relationship. Hence, base plan will ready. Then create baseline and update with actual. Workflow plan. This slide is quite similar to the previous one that we discussed. The only difference is that this is for project details in the P6 plan. The ideal way is to first create a project and they define the WBS, define the work week, add activities and link those, calculate the schedule, review and adjust it, hence find the critical path of the project. Work process in P6. This slide represents all the interlinking within P6, as OBS is with EPS, project, WBS and activity 2. Assign activity codes, project codes, Add resource cost by labor, non-labor and material. Create cost account, then project plan. In the planning process, we need to establish project objectives and scope of work, define the work, determine the duration, establish resource requirement, establish cost budget. Once done, need to evaluate, optimize and create a baseline plan. Now we come to the interesting part, which is the user login screen of Oracle Primavera. Enter the login credentials for P6 here and select the relevant database. This is the first step to create in P6, that is EPS. The enterprise project structure represents the hierarchical structure of all projects in the database. The EPS can be subdivided into many levels or nodes as needed to represent work in the organization. Then OBS. OBS is nothing but organizational breakdown structure. OBS is global hierarchy that represents the manager responsible for the project in your enterprise. It reflects top level personnel down to the various level of constitutes your business. This is a slide from P6 of how the OBS structures look like. Now WBS. WBS is a key project deliverable that organizes the teamwork into manageable section. As per PMBOK, work breakdown structure is a deliverable oriented hierarchical decomposition of the work to be executed by the project team. Now calendar. Calendar is very important in a project because scheduling is done based on it. It defines the standard working and non-working times for the project. It specifies the work hours for each workday, the workday for each week, and any exception such as holidays, activities and duration. This is the first input to the P6 plan. According to project management, a task is an activity that need to be accomplished within the defined period or by deadline to work toward work related goal. Project duration is the basic project management characteristics that is usually expressed in terms of working time unit like hours, days, weeks, months and years. Relationship between activities. This slide represents the interrelation among activities and also facilitate relationship with finish to finish, finish to start, start to finish, and start to start type. In planning phase, decide on this and get expected finish date from the project. Dependencies are the relationships of the preceding task to the succeeding task. Activity types. There are four main activity types. First one, start milestone, task dependent, resource dependent, finish milestone. Task dependent selects whenever activities depend on each other. Resource dependent selects in case of resource availability. There are two other activity types, WBS summary and level of efforts. Here three types of percent complete: physical, duration and unit percent. Physical, if project is updated by observation, They need to select physical person complete. When project is updated by time, they need to select duration percent, unit percent. Activities divided in units, then update with unit percent. General thumb rule states that this has to be decided by project control department, planners and schedulers. Now we shall highlight a bit of roles and resources. Here we need to mention all roles. Those are directly or indirectly allocated to projects. Example, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, instrumentation engineer and so on. Resource tab. Here resource names to be added. Example, Pamela, Sam, Rajesh, Tony. Hence we need to assign the roles to resource or resource to roles. Here we will align resource to roles. Like electrical engineer as Pamela and Sam and mechanical engineer as Rajesh and Tony. Let us take a small math to get better understanding on the same. Consider that the task allocated for electrical engineering is 1000 hours and this will be divided for the two resources and allocate on them. Once the progress update, the scheduled hours will be reduced in the plan or vice versa. The hours consumed, the progress gets updated. Scheduling. Once we have an update of on all ongoing activities in the project plan, schedule the project. Once schedule is done, we will able to get estimated project end date as per the current progress at the site location. On the basis of that, we need to take corrective actions to complete the project in estimated time. Before considering the chart, let me just talk about the Gantt chart. Gantt chart is nothing but a chart in which a series of horizontal lines shows the amount of work done in certain period of time in relation to the amount planned for those period. Ideally, red colored horizontal line shows the critical path of the project. It means if this activity had been delayed, its direct impact to the overall project finish date. In resource assignment, here facilitates to enter allocated hours to the resource. In short, resource allocation is the process of assigning and scheduling available resources in the most effective and economical manner. This slide shows all the input provided to the project plan in P6. Top left, activities with duration. Top right, Gantt chart of the plan. Bottom left, resource assigned to the activity. Bottom right, histogram means hours to be worked for the particular week. Maintain the baseline for the project. Baseline is a fixed schedule which represents the standard that is used to measure the performance of the project. It means the project baseline is used to measure how performance deviates from the plan. Your performance measurement would only be meaningful if you had an accurate baseline. Then assign baseline plan to compare with the actual plan. Physical project update by manually for the activity level. Take an example. In observation, you feel the activity is completed by 90%. Then update in the tool. Accordingly, P6 will calculate the end date of the WBS and project. Update progress via software tool. Here select data date and schedule the project. Here, allocated activities with the budget cost. In actual work, it is consumed more or less. With the help of project percent completion, we can reach to the conclusion of over budget or shortfall of the fund for this project. Here, we can track the actual project cost for the activities, WBS and project plan. This is the pictorial view of resource allocation. Red bar displayed or allocated task for the resource. This slide shows the overall portfolio. On the single screen, able to check the current status for the all projects aligned with the user. In these slides, portfolio with the cost. P6 also facilitates real-time communication for the project. Mention current status in the activity. Then everyone in the same project aware of the issue at site location in the real time. Take an example. Sometimes hold the work at site due to some reason. Head office team understands the delay of work from the P6 tool too. Reporting from the tool. As per the requirement from the client, need to create and customize reports from here. Now we will discuss on the administrator part of P6. P6 administrator has to create the security profile for the different access to the different users. Here, administrator provides the access to the user with the help of his global and project security profile. Thank you. We are now open to any queries. Please put down in comments. I shall reply to your queries. Thanks a lot for your time. Hope you have a better understanding of Primavera till now. Feel free to contact me on 989 220 8546. If you would like to get an update on my ongoing knowledge sharing on these topics, please subscribe and like this video. Thank you once again and keep using project management in your day-to-day life.